We are literally taking a look at the debut from Drum Key Spirits, Jason C. from the Mash and Drum. Can he put a good blend together? We're going to find out here on the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me today as always. So super excited to kind of get into this. I'm going to be as non-biased as possible when we're talking about Jason's bottle here from Mash and Drum, Drum Key Spirits, all of that. So this being the debut, we're going to tackle that, give you guys an idea of what you can expect both nosing and taste-wise, and see if this kind of fits something that will work for you. So let's kind of tackle this, give you guys a little idea of what you can expect here from the debut Drum Key Spirits. So this guy's coming in at 123 proof. It is non-age stated, however, he's using barrels aged anywhere from about 7 to 9 years old, all coming from Green River Distilling Company. He is utilizing 3 different mash bills, so that's kind of interesting and making this blend a little bit more complicated. So we'll see exactly how that all turns out. MSRP on this, right about 200 bucks. You can get all of this directly through his Patreon page and Barrel King, who he's actually partnered with. So let's go ahead and waste no more time. Let's kind of get into this, nose it, taste it, and give you guys an idea of whether or not he can put a heck of a blend together. So, all right, so immediately this heavy kind of baking spice, incredible sweet oak, that really nice fermented fruit note is coming through. Heavy kind of chocolate covered raisin. Now here's something I think starts to add to the layers. When you get this kind of like warm caramel and butterscotch feel, all of that layering in with so far the allspice, the oak, really all of that heavy fruit note. It's an interesting thing and not something you always get in combination. Beautiful brown sugars. It's probably one of those, or the more heavy brown sugar influenced bourbon I've nosed in quite some time. Almost gets into that rich molasses, almost getting into that, what you'll get from a really nice, sweet, rich rum. There's a little bit of that feel to it. Even more fruit kind of showing up, and this feels a little bit more fruity, heavy kind of baking spice, allspice, brown sugars, a lot of characteristics that you'll get from a really incredible rum. Now, here's where this gets a little bit interesting. The thing for me on the nose was this nice, like kind of warm or fresh pecan pie. It's one of my favorites. It's something that's going to be logged in my memory forever in terms of what that smells like. And this is jumping right out of the glass at this point. Even gets into a little bit of a kind of like a root beer float, kind of that vanilla custard. That's really, really nice on this. The fruit layer is kind of crazy. I think as you sit down with this thing, maybe you'll pull out some different notes. I'm sure you will, but you're going to start to see this thing open up. And I did allow this to open up for about 30 minutes, maybe even close to 45 minutes last night as I was also starting to kind of sit down with this thing. But let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into the palate and see what you can expect from that. Cheers. Hey, sorry to interrupt the video, but stick with me here 1 second. If you're anything like me and you're sick and tired of all the worn out, old, drabby clothes that are just sitting there in your closet, well, today's your lucky day. Into the AM has both you and I covered. Make sure you click that link in the description below. That's going to save you an additional 10% off your order today. Into the AM reflects nothing but comfort, quality, great pricing, and they've got us covered from just about head to toe. If you're looking for great tees, long sleeve tees, polos, long sleeve polos, sweatshirts, everything in between, again, Into the AM's got us both covered, again, from head to toe. So make sure you click that link in the description below. That's going to save you an additional 10% off your order today. Now it's really simple. Again, click the link in the description below. That's going to help you look even more amazing than you already look. And thank you, Into the AM, for sponsoring today's video. So here's what I want to address first is the mouthfeel, what you can expect immediately. Oily, mouth coating, the viscosity, all of that at 123 proof. That's all showing up, I'll say, immediately. It's the one thing that wants to kind of jump out or that you notice like right away. Something that I absolutely love in a bourbon is when you are hit with this beautiful amount of like allspice, baking spices, a really nice oak. Like I'm a fan of oak, and when you get that kind of sweet, rich oak, or that the influence from an actual barrel, without it being overly tannic or tannic at all, it's something that really adds to the overall complexity of a whiskey. And all of that is showing up immediately, following a great mouthfeel, all of these waves of, again, the baking spice, allspice, the oak. Then you start to kind of layer in a little bit more of that fruit. And it's interesting because you're kind of doubling up in terms of the fruit, meaning the kind of the cherry chocolate covered raisin, all working extremely well with those baking spices, allspice, oak. All of that is absolutely dialed in so far with this. Yeah, it has such for me, a rum influence. That sweetness that's there, all with that really heavy, rich, like fruit layer. That sweetness that's there. There's this also brightness, this both decadent and savory kind of note, all working extremely well with all those fruits, allspice, baking spice, chocolate covered raisin, chocolate covered cherry, whatever you want to refer to it as. Absolutely fantastic. And not the tropical side of things that you might get with some rums. This has a much heavier, richer, darker fruit kind of profile to it. Now, as the finish began to kind of settle in, not only is it long, but it comes with more waves of this chocolate pecan pie, heavy, heavy brown sugars, molasses, a lot of this both decadent and savoriness kind of going on all at the same time. This has, in my opinion, come together really, really well in a relatively short period of time. So the blending that he's done, and you already know the passion behind the channel and all of that, has kind of come to fruition here into the debut from Drumkey, and what he's done blending wise. Don't let this go to your head. I'm telling you, you've done an absolutely fantastic job, or he's done a fantastic job. And this is a bourbon for me that kind of fits right in my wheelhouse. All of that savory decadence, oak, spice, chocolate, raisin, cherry, everything that it has going on, chocolate pecan pie, the ever, evolving kind of blend that this is going to be interesting to see how and what other flavors kind of come from this bottle, even as it sits in the bottle and opens up a little bit more. So what he's done with this, spot on. You've done a fantastic job with this, and I guess I couldn't be more happy, prouder, whatever you want to say. It's a fantastic bourbon, and the bar has been set high going forward for future releases. But that is what you can expect from the debut, from Drumkey Spirits, and hopefully what you can expect quality wise going forward. So if it sounds like something that you'd be interested in, check it all out through his Patreon, Barrel King, that partnership. They've done an absolutely fantastic job of creating a fantastic job and the debut. So there you have it. Absolutely incredible bourbon. Good job. So with all of that being said, if you'd like to follow me, you can on Facebook and Instagram, those places at My Bourbon Journey. If you'd like to help support the channel and coincidentally become part of the Mash Journey Whiskey Club, make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. That down there with a lot of other great things for you as well. So with that being said, remember, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers, buddy. You did a fantastic job. See you next time.